Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Soul Speak, the podcast for teens. I am your host, Emily Miller, Teen Intuitive. All right, so last week we started talking about money, and as I was listening back to the episode, I always like to listen back to think like, oh, is there anything that I missed? Anything more that I wanted to share? And the first thing that I thought of, like a huge myth that we didn't even cover in the last podcast, was this whole idea of more money, more problems. There's like an entire rap song, like I'm a child of the 90s. I grew up in the 90s, and Biggie was like the most influential rapper of the time aside from Tupac. But anyway, Biggie had this entire song called Mo Money, Mo Problems. And like I was raised on that idea that if you have more money, then you're going to have more problems. It's like another negative thing that the world tries to tell you about money and how it's bad for you. So I just kind of wanted to go into that whole idea of more money, more problems, because it's just, again, like not true. So just some problems that people might think of whenever they think of having more money is that maybe your like friends and family might start trying to like get money from you, or they might expect for you to start paying for things, or they start coming to you and it's only for like money stuff. But to me, like if I think about that, it's not really a problem. Like, first of all, it's your money. You get to decide whatever you want to do with it. You can invest it however you want and however you choose. But like, second of all, how great is it that you are able to be this person that somebody can come to and you're able to help them have an easier, better, more fulfilling life because you have money and you have so much of it that you can share it. Like, how cool is that? I don't see that as a problem. Um, Second thing you could think about with money and the problems that come with it is like you get the money and then you lose it. Like, how many times have you heard of stories of this is really true with like famous athletes? They get these like tons of money, like to play in the NFL or the NBA or whatever, and they get these huge contracts for millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then they end up broke by the end of their career. Well, that only comes if you have never been taught how to manage your money, or if it's just like a lack of knowledge. So you would be able to access the people who are able to help you to invest your money in better ways. So just because you get a large amount of money at some point, it doesn't mean that you're going to lose it. If you are living your life in a very like source driven way, a very high frequency way where you are investing in things that are going to have like a return on your investment, they are things that are going to make your life and the lives of other people better, then you will continue to have a steady increase of money. As long as you are bettering yourself and bettering other people and continuing to do that throughout your entire life, then you will be able to still have a steady flow and increase of income. And that's just another thing too that like puts you in this fear state of money, like, oh my god, if even if I get it, it's just gonna go away. So there's just always these things that create that fear state with money. And then another thing is that it could people might think, oh, people will then be like envious of you. It will make people maybe not like you because you have things that they don't have. Well, on the flip side of that, it could also make people like really aspire to be someone like you. It could make them see like, oh, they did this, they were able to do that, and look at them. Look at all of the amazing things that they were able to do. Look at this high frequency way that they were able to gain money, to get the money, and then be able to use it to like make the world a better place. There's always those things of people like we talked about in the last episode that like money turns you bad, and if you have money, then you're gonna like turn into this evil person. It's the root of all evil. But that's, again, like we said, it's not true. It's only an amplifier. It's only going to make you better, a better person. It's only going to like enhance all of the good parts about you, everything that is inherently you. So it's not going to make you a bad person. And if it does create envy, then it's also creating like admiration and people who are looking up to you, and you're showing them like what is possible for them, which is a really amazing thing. Another thing is that people think, oh, well, it's going to create more expenses. I have to spend more money. Once I get more money, I have to spend more money. Oh, well, big problem. Like, who doesn't want that problem? You have more expenses. You have to figure out ways to invest your money. I think that sounds fun. Like, what is the next thing that I need to purchase in order to, enhance my business, in order to enhance the lives of the people around me? Where do I get to put my money so that it makes me and everybody that's in my life better? Thinking about, where was I going with this? If you get to get employees, like your business is becoming so big, it's growing, and then you get to hire people who are going to help you like create your business, even make it even bigger and better. So then what you get to do is you get to be like the boss, and you get to be the person who is setting an example for those people and showing them like how to treat employees and how they should be paid and how they should be compensated and respected for the work that they're doing for you. Like, how cool is that? Like, yeah, you're gonna have more things that you have to spend more money on, the more money that you get, but that's like a really fun thing to do. There's nothing that I see negative in that. And I think that's probably the last. Oh, paying taxes and like having to like figure out how to like manage your money with all of those sorts of things, like where to invest it, thinking about like maybe stocks or crypto, or investing in other companies who are starting up and trying to do really cool stuff too. Like that, people might think that's a problem only because they don't know how to do it. And whenever you get to a place, and if you're living in this like really wonderfully aligned life, then people are going to be brought into your life who are going to be the right people to help you invest your money and handle your money in the right ways, to learn how to pay your taxes properly and all the different tricks of the trade. Like, you'll have all those people in your life. And you can also, like, whenever you get to that point, start training your intuition, and you can use your intuition to test, like, are these the best people for me? Are these the people that are meant to help me? Do they have my best intentions at heart? You can figure out all that stuff whenever you have your intuition like online, and you're able to start, looking in and seeing, like, are these the best people? Are these the best investments? Is this where I need to spend my money? Is this the person I need to give some of my money to? How much money should I give them? Like, you can use intuition for that, and source and higher self are like, they're there supporting you and helping you. They have your back to help you make the very best decisions possible. So that is really good to know. So those aren't really like more money, more problems. Yeah, but those aren't problems that I would mind having. I don't know about you. The problems that you get from not having money are way bigger than any problem I could see that you have with money. The lack of money would give you these problems that are more of like survival problems, things where you're trying to figure out like how to eat. Where am I going to find my next meal? How much money can I spend on food? How do I afford shelter? How am I going to pay for my apartment or my rent or my mortgage? How am I going to pay for those things? Can I even afford gas to get to where I need to go to get to work? Those are problems that I don't want to have. Those are like actual problems. So the money problems are just things where you need to be educated. It's not an actual problem. It's not something that is going to create havoc in your world if you are looking for the proper solutions and you're using your intuition to find those perfect solutions for you. And if you're living in the life, like I said before, where you are having this pure heart and trying to make the world a better place in some way, shape, or form, then Source and Higher Self are going to help you. They're going to put all the things in your path that you need in order to keep growing and being successful, as long as you're believing that you are worthy of that success and knowing that you are changing lives and understanding how valuable you are to this world. So if you have all of those things in place, then you're going to be able to have all of the things that you need in life. So the problems of the wealthy are not really problems at all. So thinking of that too is like Source wants you to be comfortable. He wants you to be taken care of. Like Source is the ultimate provider. He is the ultimate creator. And so he's going to give you all the things that you need. That's literally what he does. Like creates this world for us to have all the things that we need, so we can go out there and do like his work, spread the message, make the world this like high frequency, beautiful place. So Source and Higher Self want you to have all of the comforts. They want you to have all of those luxuries. We should actually be able to get to like a heaven on earth state. That saying didn't just come from nowhere. Like Source really wants for Earth to be this gorgeous planet where everybody is working together. We are all providing for each other and using all of our highest level skill sets to be able to help everybody else and to achieve all of these really amazing things that each human being is created individually for their very specific thing to make the world a better place. So in this heaven on earth state, we're having this collaboration and creation and communication. Everybody is working together to raise the frequency of the planet and make it a wonderful place. And there is a constant flow of wealth. There is a constant flow of abundance. There is literally like everything you need at your fingertips. Nobody on the planet should have to be in a state of lack, of not having, of needing things for survival, and beyond that, like abundance. They should be having everything that they need. We're meant to be here to live like luxurious ease, like flow, like have all the things. That's how Source made this planet for us to be. So I always wonder, like, okay, so if we're meant to have that, I had to do this like channeling session with Source, because I was like, okay, we're meant to have all of these things and there's supposed to be all of this abundance, but why is money such a fear-inducing, anxiety-ridden type of thing? Like, why do people have these such negative feelings about money? And the Source answer was that simply we have been conditioned to think that money is conditional, so that we have to do things in order to receive it, that we have to be a certain way, act a certain way, say a certain thing, do certain things in order to receive money. But the Source truth is, and we touched on this a little bit last episode, Source truth is that money is your birthright. You literally have to do nothing to deserve it, to earn it. It is your right to have money, and to not just have a little bit of it, but to have a ton of it. Like, we are meant to have a ton of money. So when you are living on your path, and the more lives that you impact, then the more money that you will have. The more positive impact you have, the more money that you have, the more that Source will take care of you. The more opportunities that will open up for you as long as you know that you are deserving of that money. And there are things, like I said, that you will do in this lifetime that you were created to do to change all those lives. And when you're doing that, you get it. You get the money. So, and even just like thinking about people who have wealth, because money is energetic, we talked about that also in the last episode. So money is energetic and money carries energy with it. So think about these people who you might know, or even if you don't know them, you've seen them on TV, or you've been in a place, like you've been sitting in a restaurant and somebody walks in and you can just kind of like look at that person and you're like, those people are wealthy. They have a lot of money. They seem to have the power. They seem to have the control. And when you can sense that from people, it's because they have a knowing and a belief within them that they are deserving of that money. And because they are able to have that money, then they have this sense of power and they have this sense of control. So money carries energy and we can feel it. It's a broadcaster. It broadcasts power. It broadcasts control. It broadcasts presence. It is something that makes you look at that person and you know that they know that they have it all. Like they have it figured out. And so it makes you look at them and you think, oh, I want to know what they know. Like I want to stop. I want to listen to that person and I want to know what that person knows. You want to have what they have. You want to be able to have that energy for that presence, for that control, for that power. And so you can see why, like again in the last episode, we talked about how you cannot have a presence. You cannot have a platform without also having money. Every single person who's ever made an impact on the world, they all have money. And that's because it creates this sense of like power and control, and it makes people want to know what they know. And so whenever you have that, you present that, then it's just like a solidifier to make people go like, what do they have? I want what they have. And so that's another thing that's so cool about money and the energetics of it. So we want to make sure that we know that we're deserving of it. And then we want to also know that we have it so that people will look at us and they know that we know what we're talking about, really. So that's a really cool thing about money too. It's a big broadcaster, and it puts in a lot of energy in your creator field. And whenever people, consciously or unconsciously are reading your creator field, they're picking up on your energy that you're putting out. They see that wealth, they see that control, they see that power, they see that you have that deserving, that you are the best, and then they want to know what you know. They're like, okay, they did it. They've got it. You teach me. Show me. I want what you have. So that's really cool too. And so that's how you get the platform energy of the money, or where it comes from with the money. So another thing is that we touched on this a tiny bit too, but I'll just go in this a little bit deeper about how Source wants us to have it all. Like Source and Higher Self want us to have all these luxuries, right? So they, like all the things that money can buy, because we are on earth and like we have to spend money, we have to invest money to get these luxuries, to get these things that make our lives easy so that we can enhance the lives of others, right? And so that we have all these really cool experiences also. Like we're meant to have all of that stuff. It's not only to change other people's lives, but like if you think about it, you're going on vacation, you're spending money in these different countries and giving it to different people. You go out to dinner, you spend a lot of money, you're giving the waitress in the restaurant your money, and like you're spreading it, you're giving it everywhere. So anywhere that you take your money, whether you realize it or not, and you choose to spend it or invest it in these different places, you're giving them your money and therefore raising the frequency of that place. So you think, oh, it's like selfish to want to have a really nice car or to go on a cool vacation or to eat at a really good restaurant or to buy, nicer like clothes. But while you're doing that and while you're spending that money, you're trading, those people that you're giving the money to, their lives are being impacted by you as well. So even whenever you think of these like surface level things that you might want, investing your money in those things is helping those people too. So Source wants us to do all of this stuff because every penny that you invest into something is changing a life. So it's really cool. And so coming into that, like thinking of the things that you desire, the word desire literally means like signs from the heavens. So whenever you see something and you want it, you see it, you desire it, then it's basically Source showing you what's available for you. So if you see something and you're like, oh, I want that, that's really cool, whether it's a G-Wagon or a jacket that you saw online that's super expensive. It could be anything, okay? You see that and you're like, oh, I really want that. That is cool. Like, I would love to have that. Source is showing you those things. Higher self is putting those things in your vision, in your world, so that you can see them and that you can see the things that you are capable of achieving, so that you could see the things that are available to you. Not all people see all the same things. So you could be shown, that, let's just say it's a Louis Vuitton purse, okay? Or a pair of like $800 Gucci slides. I don't know. You're seeing these things and you're like, oh man, I really want that. Like, Source is showing you that so that you can see what you are capable of achieving. Source isn't cruel, and higher self isn't cruel. They're not gonna put things in our path that we couldn't actually ever have. And so think about going back to people, not all people see the same things, is that not all people saw that advertisement. Not all people saw those Gucci slides or whatever. Not everybody sees all of these things. And so when you're shown the certain things that you are shown, take note of that. There are people in other countries who don't even know that it's possible to start their own company. There are people that they think oh, I have to work for the government for my entire life and I'm only allowed to make $30,000 a year and I will never have anything beyond that. There are people who think that. And there are people who think, I have to wear these certain clothes and I have to, buy these certain things and I can never eat these different kinds of foods or even go to these cool restaurants or experience all the things that this world has to offer because they've never seen it. They don't know it's available. So if Source is showing you something, if higher self has put something in your path to show you that it's there, it's because it is possible. They are not cruel. They would never, ever present something to you and dangle it in front of you like a little carrot and be like, hey, here's something, look at this cool thing, but you could never have it. It's there to motivate you, to inspire you, to make you see oh, I can have that. I can work towards that. I can be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. I can travel and spend time in Tahiti or Europe or Thailand or wherever the heck it is you want to go. Whatever you see, you can have it. and it's available to you because you know it. You know it's there. And some people don't know that, so those kinds of things are not available for them. So know that if you are seeing something, it is meant for you, and it is meant as a motivator to show you what you are capable of. So this is just kind of something that I want for you guys to start thinking of. We want to replace any ideas of lack with abundance. So anytime you think that you are in lack of anything, the exact opposite is actually true. So if you are thinking that you are in lack and you continue to find things that are lacking in your life, with the law of focus, always remember the law of focus is super, super important. We talk about it so much here on this podcast. With the law of focus, if you are focusing on lack, if you are seeing how you are lacking money in all of these different areas, then you will continue to lack money. Like you can physically, energetically never experience anything but lack if your brain and your emotions and your beliefs are in a lack state. So lack is just a perception. It is not real. Just to add like another layer in here, and we'll come back to the lack thing in a second. And I'll actually probably have a whole entire podcast on this, but we don't actually like want the thing that we desire. So if you are seeing that, let's go back to the Louis Vuitton bag, you want to carry that bag around because it will maybe make you feel important. It will make you feel wealthy. It will make you feel happy. It will make you feel abundant. Like it's the bag. Whenever you put it on your shoulder and you see, oh, I got a Louis Vuitton. Those are all the feelings that it could bring up within you. But you don't actually want the bag. You don't actually want the thing. Whatever it is that you want, you don't actually want that thing. You want the feelings that it will create. So even if you wanted $1 million, the $1 million isn't what you actually want. You want a sense of security. You want a sense of safety. You want to know that anytime that I need something, I have the money to go purchase it. I will never be in a state of need if I have that money. I will be safe. I will be secure. I will be taken care of if I have that money. So those are the feelings that you want from that. So just think about that too, like, and then we'll talk more in depth on that. But going back into the lack state, like I said before, it's just a perception shift. It's just thinking that you are in a state of lack or that you don't have money. But if you actually flip it around and start thinking about it, you can find money everywhere. Like, are you watching me right now on a computer? That computer is probably $1,000. Are you watching it on your phone? There's another $1,000. How much is the outfit you're wearing? Do you have on jewelry? Do you have on makeup? Where are you sitting? Are you sitting in a home that costs $3,000 a month? Like you're literally sitting in money. So you got to kind of think about it to where you just need to start focusing on where you have the money and not the lack of it. So again, we're flipping that law of focus and we're changing it from the lack feeling to the abundant feeling, and we're finding the abundance all around us. Like it's literally surrounding you. You just have to start looking for it. So this week, find the wealth that is all around you. It might be kind of hard to find it at first, but it is literally everywhere in all things. You might even be just acknowledging your wealth, your abundance in other areas of life. You could see it in an abundance of friendships, or you could see it in an abundance of love from your family, or you could see it in, I don't even know. There's abundance everywhere. You could see it in so many different things. In knowledge, let's say you're like really, really good at math. And so you have an abundance of knowledge in math because you are the best at that. So find where you have this abundance and start making like little just realizations this week. Where is the abundance? And just see that you are just in a state of believing that you are in lack, and you can just flip it, switch it, and start finding the abundance everywhere. And remember that you don't have to earn the deserving. You don't have to earn the worth. You were born worthy, and money is your birthright. Remember that this week and find money everywhere. Abundance everywhere. And do not forget to go into the show notes and use the link there to sign up for my newsletter, where you will get exclusive invitations to webinars where we will start learning really cool tips and tricks on how to apply all of these concepts that I have been teaching you guys about in the podcast. You'll also be able to ask questions there. I will be doing like little mini intuitive read sessions in there too. So make sure to sign up for that and have a gorgeous, gorgeous week.